So Sonic Mania, I am a big fan of Sonic Mania. I have behind me, if you can see it, I have the statue from the collector's edition of Sonic Mania, but I got it on PC, so I had to wait 2 weeks to play the game, and I was excited. Everyone's all happy, and you look at this menu, and it's straight out of Sonic 3. I mean, I grew up on Sonic 2 and renting Sonic 3 and Sonic 1 and Knuckles and putting Sonic 2 into the Knuckles cart so that you can play Sonic 2 as Knuckles. And I was like, this is so cool. And the game starts with the beginning of Sonic 3 and the music, and it warps you back to Sonic 1, you'll see in a second. And it's so cool. It's got this great nostalgia for Sonic, for the Sonic games I grew up with. And no, I didn't hate that reason. And what I realized, because I guess to spoil the review, I will never play this game again. That's how I'll put it. I will never go back and play this game again. As much as I might want to play a couple of the first levels again, no, I'm good. I don't need to do this again. What I realized about halfway through the game is that it relies so heavily on nostalgia, but without actually doing anything with it, that it was getting annoying. I realized the only parts I really liked was, oh my gosh, this is Hydro City Zone from Sonic 3. Like, this is awesome. I love seeing this again. I loved playing this minigame again, right? But this minigame happens at basically every checkpoint because it's so easy to trigger that you spend half your time, and half this gameplay of me playing the game is going to be me playing this stupid minigame, which I loved. I loved this minigame. But, I don't know. And they almost ruined Hydro City Zone with a stupid boss. I'm getting all confused. There's so much to go over here because I did really enjoy the first half hour or so with the game. But it goes to this nostalgia thing where, oh, this is a cool enemy, right? This is a really cool enemy that they're throwing at me. I remember that guy from Sonic 2. That's in this one level. Oh, that's the final boss of Sonic 1 and it's being used here or whatever. This is, I already forgot his name. The metal Sonic idiot. This part, you go to the future where, like, this is Sonic CD. Like, this is awesome. These are really cool things, but those are all moments that have nothing really to do with the gameplay of the Sonic game here, Sonic Mania. And it started to infuriate me. So the first half hour is great, right? You got Green Hill Zone, you got Chemical Plant Zone, whatever. I forget, there's a level after that, and then there's, what is it? Hidden Fortress, I forget the name of it already. And I got stuck on a Sonic level. So each Sonic zone is broken up into 2 acts, right? I got stuck on this zone, this Death Fortress, whatever it's called. I forget what I remembered it earlier, but I forgot now. I got stuck in this zone for an hour. An hour, and that's two levels. And these levels end after 10 minutes. It'll just time you out, and you'll have to start over, right? Or you'll lose a life. So I spent an hour playing one level. And why? Why, Ben? Why? Why are you so bad at games? I don't know. I'd love to know the answer, because this was a level where you're in the sky and, oh, all of a sudden there's a hole and you fall into the hole and die. Well, I only have 3 lives, and it's not exactly super easy to get more lives. They're not flying, or it's not like Mario where you're going to hit a hidden block and then here's another life, or you can't hop on a Koopa shell and then another thing and get a bunch of points and get a life at the end of it. Like, you can't do that. So the lives are precious, but this level has no floor. So you keep falling through the floor, and then it's really long also. We'll get into that in a minute, but all these levels are way too long. It has no floor. You get to this point where you're swinging on a thing back and forth. You have to time the jump to jump, left or right. You're swinging on it. There's no floor below you. The game doesn't really tell you what you need to do. I'm not sure what I had to do. I died there and had to restart the entire zone. 2 levels. Send me 2 levels back to restart it. I failed there at least twice. I think I got to the final boss of that section and died again. I don't even remember. It's blocked out of my brain. That's how I spent an hour playing the 4th level, the 4th zone in Sonic Mania. And it's infuriating and it's insulting that they have this stupid game. Just put a goddamn... You have checkpoints everywhere. Why do I have 3 lives? Why are there even lives? Why is any of this here? Why? Well, I don't understand. It's not fun to die to stupid floor shit you can't even see. You can't even see that there's no floor there. So then you fall and die. Or you run into a boss. This happened a couple times later in the game as well, where I'd run into a boss I didn't know exactly what to do with, and I'd die. And you know what's fun is playing 15 minutes of a game and then dying and having to restart those 15 minutes again. This game isn't that good. It's not that good to play over and over again that second, right? Like if I wanted to play this game again, sure. But I don't... I mean, I'm telling you, like if you were dating someone and you're like, should I marry this person? Also, this minigame, I already said it way too goddamn many times. Stop fucking showing up, minigame. Every single... So this like second level in the game has a good 40, 50 of these stupid checkpoints. And because I'm insane, I can't not go into them. How many of these stupid ball minigames are there? It's like a good 40 of them. No one... I love Sonic. I don't need 40 of these things. Not to mention they get way too hard and unnecessarily so. I mean, granted, they're not necessary at all. Anyway, but here's the point. If you were dating someone and you're like, Ben, should I marry this person? And I asked you, do they make you want to punch walls occasionally? And you said yes, I would probably say, no, maybe you shouldn't date the person that makes you want to punch walls. And the same argument holds for Sonic Mania. So much anger and rage for this stupid fucking bullshit. I'm tired of playing a game that doesn't respect my time. And again, I always bring this up. I platinum Bloodborne. I don't mind repeating things over. I mind dying when it wasn't my fault. You know, it wasn't my fault. I didn't know what to do here. It wasn't my fault that you sprung a mechanic on me that made no sense and I had to start the whole game over again. That's not fun. I did not enjoy this half the time. Half this game I did not like. I actively despise. I would have quit playing this game. At that level that took me now, I would have quit playing this game. I would have stopped. But I love Sonic. People like this. I have to keep going. And you know what? It wasn't really worth it. It really wasn't. As cool as some of these levels were, I don't care. And that's what goes back to my first point that I had to kind of allude to at the beginning. It's so cool to see some of this stuff. Oh, this is a nod to the first boss in Sonic. Oh, that's neat. Whoop-de-doo. That's all neat and fun. I love seeing nostalgia stuff, but anything that wasn't packed to the gills with nostalgia, which also, by the way, most of the nostalgia is visual. So it's not gameplay. It's not there. This game doesn't do anything that's like... I don't know what noise just happened outside, but it was really scary. It doesn't do anything original or fun with the nostalgia to me. There are a few moments towards the end that do, but I feel like there's so many questions with mini bosses or with random mechanics. There are many moments in this where you're going really fast and it's super cool, and you get to the end of it, of a sequence that's really fast, and it's like, foop, full stop. That's fine. I don't mind that. Full stop. Great. And then something falls in your head and kills you instantly. Like, well, that's real fun. I super enjoyed that. And let me do this again. Oh, and I died there again. That's 2 of my lives. And then I die again and have to do the whole goddamn thing again. All I'm asking for is the game to respect my time and to understand that, yes, the classics are great, but maybe when I die at the end of Act 2, give me a chance to restart at the beginning of Act 2 and at the beginning of Act 1. These minigame happens too many times. Or, like, seriously. I can't help myself but go into these stupid minigames. And I think the minigame, this might be my favorite part of the game. This part never really got me that mad. I'm not good at it, but it's enjoyable. So many times I wanted to quit playing this game, and I will never, ever play it. Never. Never, 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 ever will I play this game again. No, 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 no. This is bad. This is really bad, guys. This is not a good... This game does not respect you. It does not give a shit about you. Fuck you. You played the game for 20 minutes and then you die and you have to start it all over again. Because why? Because we couldn't make the mechanics work well or control properly. No, we couldn't do that. It still has to control like garbage, which is what Sonic did back in the day. It still has to do that. I don't get it. Why? Why would you, you love Sonic so much. Clearly you guys love Sonic a lot, as much as I love Sonic. Developers, clearly you do. So why couldn't you make the bosses make some goddamn sense? Oh, for every single one that I died and was frustrated with, there was another one that was just a waste of goddamn time. Oh, I shoot this, I hit this guy 3 times and it's over? Okay, bye. Entirely forgettable. And then you move on to the next boss that is... I got stuck in, I don't even want to spoil it, but I guess it's Oil City from Sonic 2. Oh, not Oil City, it's Oil Ocean. There's a city in the background. Oil Ocean from Sonic 2, which is awesome. That's one of my favorite songs from Sonic. And I get to the end boss and it's hot garbage. You know why it's hot garbage? Because when you get hit in Sonic, you lose rings. And the rings are your health, right? When you don't have any rings, you die. So what happens? When you get hit, you lose all your rings and you have to find them again, right? Why is there another minigame? You see this? I can't. You lose all your rings, but you can't collect them because this boss takes place over a pool of water / oil. You can't collect them. You can't collect those rings. They're flying and bouncing everywhere. You're praying. Not only that you don't get hit by some errant garbage because the hit detection's so all over the place you can't even fucking tell. Oh, this is a spike, but I don't know if it's gonna hit me. Maybe if I just jump. Oh, I thought that was dangerous. I didn't even know it wasn't dangerous because it looked like a freaking giant spike missile. I just assumed I couldn't touch it, but apparently I can. Whatever. Assuming you don't get hit, fine. That's difficult enough because it makes no sense. But you're gonna get hit, and then you're gonna have to spend the fun, I just played 52 card pickup with myself game, which has never been fun. And that's still a problem here. They put in the stupid shields from Sonic 3, which I love, and they don't do anything with them. I just don't get it. I understand why people really like this, but I don't know how I'm the only one who had these problems. It just doesn't make sense. Maybe it was me trying to beat this before I recorded this, but man, I've played so many games, right? I've so many times when I review something on my dumb show, I beat the game that morning, right? So many times. Because I have Fridays off, I'll finish it in the morning. It's not rushing through. I mean, there are times where you're fighting bosses in this game, and I'm not worried for my skill level of trying to get through it. I'm worried that the game's not gonna pull some nonsense shenanigans, and I have to redo it all again. Because these levels are fun, and they're good, and they're well designed, but I don't want to do it again. I want to do it again on my own terms when I beat the game, right? When I beat the game, I'll go through it and do it again if I want to. I don't want to have to be forced to do it. I just beat one of the new Super Mario games on the Wii U. And you know what it did? It had levels, and you could just start and stop them. Like, it didn't need to be so retro throwback like this. In fact, if it wasn't, I think it would have been better. What this needs to do is either go full remake of the original games and just redo them. The first level is in fact just a remake of the first level in Sonic 1. If it just did that, I would like it a lot more. But it tries all these new things and half of them don't work. Half of them are garbage bosses that I never want to play this game again. I will say that again. I never want to play this game again. No. This is not good. I have better, fonder memories of pretty much every single other Sonic game I played recently. Why did I do that wrong? Like 2 times in a row. Whatever. Is that sufficient? You should symbolically burn the Sonic box. I think the best part about this is the stupid statue I got. That's the best thing I got out of this. Because the game... I mean, Sonic's already pretty niche, right? A lot of these people, and it's mostly game industry people you'll see talking about this game, and they're really hyped about it. But I don't think they played and beat the game. I think if you're sitting here trying to play and beat the game, you are going to run into these problems. It's not something that I found fun in playing for over 45 minutes to an hour. You know, after that point, I wanted to stop. I didn't want to continue on with this journey. It's just, it's kind of throwaway. You know, I'm a big fan of the Mario games now and of stuff like Super Meat Boy, and not this goddamn mini game. Are you serious? Stop it. This is one of those things too. This first level, 8,000 checkpoints. The other levels, like none. You'll be going for 5 minutes and then, oh, here's 3 checkpoints. Who thought this out? Oh, I didn't even mention this too. The levels are way too big. That's the biggest problem. Because maybe I wouldn't have cared about the poor checkpoints if the levels weren't so long. I mean, we're talking 8 minutes, 5 to 8 minutes to get through some of these things, and it's not compelling to get through. Like, I would have rather there been 4 stages per zone and just chop these levels in half. It would have made more sense. Every level doesn't need to end in a boss. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I just, it's fine. You know, it's cool. There's many cool moments that happen. Like, this is cool. That's the end guy from Sonic 2. That's neato. But again, everything that's a reference, everything that's a nostalgia moment is just used for its dumb, tacky garbage. Oh, this is that boss. Don't you remember that boss? I'm like, yeah, I do. But like, why though? It's just here. It's just here because we decided to put it here. I don't know. Maybe that's reductive. Maybe that's very reductive of the whole thing. But no. Nope. And it's not bad. I guess you know, because I said this was going to be super negative. It's not bad. I enjoyed a lot of it. And I like it in theory. When you beat it, you can go back and do level select on your playthrough and get all the emeralds, which I'm not doing. And I did go back and play the first level as Knuckles just to test it out. And that's still great. But I think it was this level. I think it was Chemical Plant where I started to realize this might not be what I want. And it might not be good. Because this isn't a remake of Chemical Plant Zone. It looks like it at the beginning, but it's not. If the first level of each of these throwbacks was a remake, I would have liked it more. And it didn't go far enough. That's what it is. It didn't go far enough with this nostalgia to really justify it more than... Because, like, obviously Chemical Plant Zone is going to have all the Chemical Plant Zone stuff. But there's other things that happen, like a boss that throws this enemy from Sonic 2 at you. And that's really cool. Or this random boss is from Sonic 1 and it shows up here. That's neat, right? But there are so many more enemies or mini games or weird moments throughout just Sonic 1 through 3 that I feel like you could have used. Like, there are so many areas in Sonic 1. What is it? The lava one. We could have got something with that. There's a bunch of enemies that we never see that I think would have been great. And it's tough to give a game credit for seeing something that you saw in your childhood 20 years ago and going, oh, that's cool. Like, oh, that's that enemy. That's really cool. Well, this game didn't do that. This game had nothing to do with that enemy. It's just putting a sprite on the screen. I'm not going to give you, that's the garbage I'm talking about. Right there. That's garbage. Where were all the 50 checkpoints? I played the level for 2 minutes. Oh, all the checkpoints are gone. We used them all up in the first level. Now we gotta space them out properly because we're fucking stupid. Know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It also, I don't know. I just don't. This is something for me, right? The idiot Sonic boy. And it's not, man. I think I die in the same spot here. And it's just infuriating. I think it didn't go far enough, is what I'm saying. It's a new game, and it operates well as a new game, but it's so built on all this nostalgia, but it doesn't go full nostalgia. And it doesn't go full new game either. It toes the line between both, and I think does itself a disservice. As many, and actually perhaps it's more of a remake with a lot of these stages, but it's not a remake of the level layout. It's just using the sprite. Those platforms have always sucked. I don't even know why you'd include. The game's fine. I mean, it's not bad. It's not. I don't know. It's not bad, but again, I will never play this game. Never play it again. Nope. There's no reason to. There is no reason. You go back to Sonic 2 and you'll find it infuriating and annoying. And going back to this, it plays like you remember them playing, which, you know, shitty jumps and all right there. Why did it do that? I don't know. Why did the game do that? You tell me. Why did it fall like that? Yeah, if it was a completely new game, it would have been better. I think. Or, I mean, maybe. No, I think it's really close to being what I'd want it to be. It's just that stupid nonsense of, that's what killed it for me. Oh, stuff like that is just trash. The level I got stuck at for an hour would do stuff like that and you'd die. This is nostalgic. I mean, this is nostalgic, but almost in like a weird jokey way. Like, remember when you were a kid and you got stuck in this stupid hole, and now you have nightmares about water? Well, here it is. I don't know. It's clearly going for the nostalgia angle, and that's fine. Almost drowned. It just, I don't know. I don't know if it does it anything worth it. In the end of the day, is this worth it? Oh, that's what I was getting to. The level layout. The levels are too long. Overall, I mean, we've been sitting here for 3 minutes on this level, and it's not over. It's definitely not over. They're too long. As fun as it is to zoom around, it actually is a lot of fun to zoom around. Is Fast Sonic? That's his name, Fast Sonic. Oh, they're too long, and the game kills you. It kills you. Some of these things are not my fault. The game kills you, and then you have to restart the entire zoning or act again. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. I don't know. I'm the only person who doesn't like it, so naturally, I'm probably crazy. But seriously, I mean, you've seen how many times I've done this minigame. You know how many minigames are in Sonic? Also, there's the Sonic 1 minigame, the Sonic 2 minigame, the Sonic CD has a like Sonic 3 has a minigame, which is this one. You could have included some of those. Those are nostalgic and cool. No, let's just not include them at all. That's the problem. It's so picky and choosy with this nostalgia. Oh, we remade this. Well, what did you include this? No, we didn't include the other thing. Why would we include the other minigames from the other Sonic games? We did this one. And half of these bosses are cool throwbacks that I do actually enjoy, but it's confusing. Like, can I attack that? I don't really. Oh, now I can attack it? Like, I don't. But I couldn't attack it? Like, I don't understand what it's telling me. And this is just an example of me being dumb. Others are way worse at telling you, telegraphing what to do. But what about the Puyo Puyo boss? Well, if we keep talking about it, we'll see it here in a minute. I like Puyo Puyo. It's good. I had that boss spoiled for me. And if it hadn't been spoiled for me, that would have been a really cool surprise. It's not necessary. But again, 4 minutes. That's a long... I don't know. This is a shorter stage in this game. I don't get it. I wish... I want so bad to like this game, right? I really do. In a different world, I'd go and play it again. But I just don't... I'm in a different time in my life where I want... From what I want games, right? I don't want to play something for 15 minutes and have all that progress just go away. I don't want to do that. I want to make progress, right? And dying right now in this stage and having to restart the whole chemical plant zone over from the beginning is not anything I want to do. They do introduce all these kind of interesting mechanics for each level, but it does the stupid thing where they never bring it back up again. Oh, we introduced these cool mechanics. They're used in one level and then you never see them again. Like, well, How about you introduce fewer mechanics and use them more than once? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Are there any questions? This isn't as ranty or as angry as it could have been. Really, I got that out earlier when I was just yelling at the game, trying to beat it. Because, oh man, I beat the game with no lives left. And if I had had to do the final stages again, oh, I don't know if I would have. I really, it's 50, it's like, what is it, $20? I bought the collector's edition, so I don't know how much it is. I'd say no. Honestly, I'd say no. Wait for a sale. I don't think it's, unless you're a huge Sonic fan, which you probably already bought it. I don't, if you're not a Sonic fan, all of this is going to mean nothing to you. Absolutely nothing. Of playing an old school Sonic game or something new. Honestly, both. I think it's, I would say something new with a lot of nostalgia dashed in, because it's, a lot of the mechanics are new. Obviously, it's widescreen, and that makes the game entirely different. Because I hated Sonic 1. Don't buy this game, Delphox. It is something, it's new. It's new but not new. That's a really good question. I think it's more new mechanically than it is new anything else. Look at me, just get lost in these balls. That's what she said. And man, they had so many opportunities to have, like, this should have just been, hey, here's a ton of Sonic nostalgia nonsense. That's all this should have been. It didn't need to have creative bosses, stupid, annoying checkpoint system with these dumb, I don't know. This mechanic's actually pretty cool. I don't know why they don't. I don't get it. But there's the shield from Sonic 2, or 3, rather. Do you like Sonic, Will? I'm gonna go with no. And I was thinking about it too. The last Sonic game I really enjoyed was Sonic Generations. And I think I have fonder memories of that. This minigame, I'm telling you, all you had to do was put in the minigames from the other Sonic games and have it randomly pick between all of them, and then this wouldn't be obnoxious. But no, it's always collect the balls. Sonic, gotta have balls. He's a little Pac-Man. Little 3D Pac-Man over here. Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog. Well, one of those is alright. Sonic was okay. See, because I grew up with Sonic, and I went back a year or so ago, and I played Sonic 2, and I realized it's bad. It's not very good. And I screwed that up, so I just died. It's... I don't know what's going on outside, but it sounds like they're digging a grave, which is very fitting for Sonic. Wow. I'd almost say watch this game. It'd be more interesting to watch this from someone who's not me, who's actually good, than it would be to play it. We're going to get to the Puyo Puyo. We're going to get to it. Why not? At this point, why not? Right? Ridiculous. Was that enemy in Chemical Plant Zone? I think so. But they could have had the casino level. They could have had all these things. There could have been a level where it was just a mashup of, like, you were going through a cave and then you emerge and you're in Chemical Plant Zone. And then through that, you're zooming through a thing and you end up in another level of Sonic. Like, they could have mashed it all together. But instead, they just said, oh, here's Chemical Plant Zone again. And like, okay, that's nice. But they didn't do much with it. They just did it again. They just did the thing you liked before again. And they make their own new levels, which are cool. The final one is... The casino level was cool, man. The casino level was cool. Really enjoyed that level. The final level is insanely long. The final level too. I'm so happy it resets the timer for the boss on the final level because I had 9 minutes and there's no way I'd be able to finish the stupid boss with the 9 minutes on the clock. I don't get it. There you go. That's my review. Ends up being less angry and more just disappointed. How many times have you seen this minigame? Because this is how often it shows up when you're playing the game. I was more interested in all the new levels they made rather than the old remixed ones. I would say it's... Oh, I had a level layout on my computer earlier, but the first two are old remakes. And they're new levels, just with the same sprites. So they're new levels, right? And they introduce new mechanics that aren't in the Sonic originals. God, this is hard to watch. It's so fast. I guess that's why it's got to go fast. The first two are old themes. The third one's new. The fourth one is kind of a hybrid. New and old stuff. There's at least 2 other levels that are old and at least 2 that are new. It's about half and half then, I guess. It's about half and half new and old. There's one secret level I didn't get because I didn't have all the emeralds or whatever. No. I mean, there are a few... I'll get mad playing a game, but I've never gotten really that mad for like such a sustained amount of time. The game felt like it was constantly not wanting me to play it. Oh, you died here? Restart the whole thing. Well, I don't wanna. You know, I just don't wanna. I just don't care. Your game is 3 hours long. Just let me get through the goddamn game. Why do games have lives anymore? I really don't understand. It should just have one life. Here's the Puyo Puyo. You can see how bad I am at Puyo Puyo here as well. Not good. You can't even see my full thing. It doesn't matter. I do win. I will say that. I do win. But it's not pretty. Anyway, that's Sonic Mania. It's a game I played. This is a 40-minute review of Sonic Mania. Ridiculous. Not even the memories of this are going to be that important. I mean, like, the idea of this game, the things I saw that worked are so cool, but for every moment I loved, there was a moment I hated. And I think it's back to that analogy. You wouldn't tell someone to marry someone else if that person made them want to punch a wall consistently. And in the same way, I cannot recommend this game because of how infuriating it was at times. I think that's... I shouldn't have put that there. Whatever. I think that's what this is. So that's the show. Every Puyo Puyo Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, twitch.tv/thegamefanatics. Next week is something. Actually, that's a good question. What is next week? No idea. I think this drought for summer of news and all this nonsense, it's insane. There is nothing going on. It's just hot. That's all it is. It's just hot. Look at Robotnik. He's sitting here. I spend another 2 minutes fighting dumbass Robotnik over here because he just can't die. Just die, Robotnik. I already played Undertale. I'm not going to buy it again. Die, Robotnik, die. See, I won this fair and square, Mr. Robotnik. You get your mean beans out of here. And then he still gets a match at the end. What the hell? Just die. This is unbelievable. How long is this gonna be? Just die. Just die. What's the extra stuff? The Robotnik is holding out. There we go. Good lord. It took forever. It's got all this cutesy garbage. Enough of you, Sonic. I'm done.